Welcome children. This is Trinity Academy Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Namakkal. I am your botany teacher. Now I am going to teach Unit 5. The lesson name is The Cell. Children, first introduction of cell. The cell is the basic functional and structural unit of life. All the living organisms are composed of cells. All cells are formed by the division of the already existing cells, which in the term of biology means reproduction. All living things are made from one or more cells. A cell is the simplest unit of life and they are responsible for keeping an organism alive and functioning. The next one is classification of cell. Classification of cell. There are two types of cells. First one is prokaryotic cell and second one is eukaryotic cells. First one is prokaryotic cells. Second one is eukaryotic cells. The first one is prokaryotic cells. What is meant by prokaryotic cells? Prokaryotic cells are single-celled microorganisms or unicellular microorganisms. Uni means single. It is known that the earliest on the earth. Prokaryotic cells have no true nucleus. For example, bacteria and another one is cyanobacteria. Bacteria and cyanobacteria. The next one is eukaryotic cells. What is meant by eukaryotic cells? Eukaryotic cells are multicellular organisms. U means true. Karyon means nucleus. They have well defined nucleus. They also contain cell organelles. For example, plant cells and another one is animal cells. Plant cells and animal cells. The next one is nucleus. What is nucleus? The nucleus is the information center of the cell and is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. In all eukaryotic, a cell normally contains only one nucleus. Children, once again I repeat, the nucleus is the information center of the cell and is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. In all eukaryotic, a cell normally contains only one nucleus. What is cell? What is cell? Cells are the basic building blocks of all living things. Cells are the basic building blocks of all living things. The cells like a brick wall. The cells like a brick wall. The cell is the basic structural and functional unit of every living organism. The cell is the basic structural and functional unit of every living organism. Can you see a cell with your naked eye? No. We can see the cell through the microscope. Nowadays, an electronic microscope is used to magnify the cells and observe the cells. The next one is discovery of the cell. Discovery of the cell. The Englishman Robert Hooke was a scientist, mathematician and inventor. He improved microscope which was used in those days and built a compound microscope. Hooke made thin sections of the cork and observed them through his microscope. He observed many small identical chambers which were hexagonal in shape. After that, he saw many objects like butterflies' wings, bees' compound eyes, etc. Based on these observations, Hooke published a book named Micrographia in the year 1665, where he first used the term cell. The next one is the structural organization of the cell. A typical cell consists of three major parts. First one is an outer cell membrane. Second one is a liquid cytoplasm. Third one is a nucleus. The next one is size of the cell. The size of cells may vary from a micrometer to a few centimeters. Smallest size of the cell is present in bacteria. The size of the bacterial cell ranges from 0.01 micrometer to 0.5 micrometer. Children, once again I repeat, size of the cell. The size of cells may vary from a micrometer to a few centimeters. Smallest size of the cell is present in bacteria. The size of the bacterial cell ranges from 0.01 micrometer to 0.5 micrometer. The next one is structure of hen's egg. The egg has two parts. First one is white part and another one is yellow part. White part is called albumen and yellow part is called yolk. Albumen is jelly-like and represents the cell's cytoplasm. Yellow part is thicker and represents the cell's nucleus. The shell can be seen a thin membrane-like structure which represents the cell membrane. Once again I repeat, children, structure of hen's egg. The egg has two parts, white part and another one is yellow part. White part is called albumen and yellow part is called yolk. Albumen is jelly-like and represents the cell's cytoplasm. Yellow part is thicker and represents the cell's nucleus. The shell can be seen a thin membrane-like structure which represents the cell membrane. The cells are different shapes. All living organisms have different types of cells. Unicellular organisms. Organisms such as bacteria, paramecium, amoeba, yeast are unicellular organisms. Next, multicellular organisms. Organisms such as Spirogyra, human beings are multicellular organisms. Okay, children. Thank you. We will see in the next class. Thank you, children.